Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace, and today I'm joined by Andrew Yuille from Thomson Reuters, and we're going to be talking about RegTech. Andrew, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
Pleasure, thank you for having me.
Firstly, what is driving financial services firms to consider RegTech?
A huge wave of regulation over the last decade or so. And we monitor about 250 changes in regulation every day. And if you're on the receiving end of that's tough. Yeah. So as the banks have responded, as financial services have responded to this, they've built organizations that are probably not as well structured today as they would like them to have been. They've just evolved. What RegTech is coming in and doing is providing single systems, much more optimized systems, much more connected systems to help institutions comply with regulation. A lot of this is like we saw with manufacturing in the late 90s with ERP. Lots of different systems, bring them all together, share data, identify risk in one system. What's different about what we're seeing with RegTech is actually the technology is only part of the story. Now, a big part of the story is really about mapping internal and external data, the bank or the institution's data to the data around the external environment. And RegTech is just driving that efficiency and that simplification.
And we hear a lot about FinTechs and Challenger Banks. How do you think established institutions are looking towards RegTech to help them compete?
To a great degree, actually, RegTech is a very different thing. Within the retail banking and commercial banking market, we see these fintechs popping up, filling in the gaps that the legacy institutions have had. One of the advantages on the RegTech side that these challenger banks, the fintechs have, is they're not burdened by a whole lot of legacy systems, of legacy operations. They start clean. And for the legacy businesses, actually RegTech is a way of starting to neutralize some of the advantage that these newer organizations have. So they can build these efficiencies, they can get that same data, that same purity of data that the fintechs are enjoying.
And finally, what is your top prediction for RegTech in 2018, and how do you think it's going to develop in the next 5 to 10 years?
A lot in the following 5 to 10 years. I think this year, through 2018, we will see a lot more understanding of how to optimize processes, systems, start to get some standardization, designing those systems, starting to get that internal operation working far more efficiently than it has for, say, the last decade. I think if we look beyond that, of course, there's some very exciting things. A lot of talk about AI, artificial intelligence, blockchain, private blockchains. So there's some great stuff going on, actually. I think the prediction looking out 5 to 10 years is we will see levels of artificial intelligence become practical for institutions to use. We're seeing now what I would call augmented intelligence, so that's a bit more technological thought, helping people do their job better. I'd say AI is probably still in the kindergarten in terms of its mental capacity, but look forward 5 to 10 years, whether it's in fintech, whether it's in autonomous cars, you can see that level of evolution. You look at, back to my earlier example of manufacturing, see what happened in manufacturing as you got simplification and automation, production lines now being using robotics a lot, machines helping people where people are needed to make decisions. I think we'll see over the next 5 to 10 years that same model appearing much more inside financial services.
Andrew, this has been great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.